Morning.
Okay, so good evening, good day, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this webinar. So a few people have been asking us of late just about our LinkedIn strategy that we've been running for many, many years now. So we really just wanted to get this together so we can just share some insights. We've got Matt on the call as well, my business partner, the founder of the LinkedIn strategy as well. And we're going to dive in and we're going to show you exactly how we do things. We're going to pull it all back, show you behind the curtain exactly how we have put this strategy together. First off, I just want to make sure that you can hear me, and we're using Zoom here. So I'm just going to pull up the chat roll as well. So you can just give me anything in the chat roll just to make sure you can hear me okay. And then we're going to get started. Okay, yeah, so that's great. So can you see my screen okay as well? And just if you can, just mute your microphone as well, just in case any background noise, so everyone else can't hear that as well. Cool, great stuff. We'll just give it a minute or so, just make sure that everybody has joined us. Matt, can you hear us as well? Are you on the call? Do you want to just test your mic as well? Because we're going to dive into some stuff of exactly how.
Yes, mate, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, great stuff.
Right. I'm here. Well, I'll put myself on mute for a minute. I'll let you obviously do what you need to do, and then are we waiting a minute or so just to?
Just to make sure everyone's in. I know there's a lot of people wanted to learn this stuff. I'm going to record this as well, so there will be a playback, and we'll put this on the site, in the group, on the email.
Excellent, mate.
Okay, let's get started. So I know your time is precious as well, so we won't hang around anymore. Like I say, it is recorded. So a pretty bold statement saying there on that slide how we Simply Strategy went from an idea to building a six-figure pipeline. I know a lot of people kind of thrash that term loosely with the whole six-figure line, but the fact is we're building pipelines every day using B2B methods, all based on LinkedIn. And this is pipelines that we can go back over, we build, and we do a lot of business as well on LinkedIn. A little bit about myself. I started my first business venture at the age of 15. I've gone on from running pubs, music venues, running my own brewery. Turned my hand, basically my hobby was digital marketing. I did a lot of lead generation back in the day, whether that be organic traffic or running a lot of paid traffic. So I turned basically what was a hobby into a full-time business. So that's just a little bit about myself. I've been coaching for many, many years. Basically since 2012, I've got around 1,000 students worldwide as well. When we started back in the day, it was a lot of video marketing at the time, and that was running, tracking phone numbers to business owners. And we still do a lot of that in our business today as well. So just want to introduce you to Matt. Matt is on the call, as you probably heard a second ago. Again, as you can see here, in his 20s, he started his own legal support business, catering for solicitors and claims management companies. And we do a lot of business in this area. And this is how the whole strategy came together. And you'll start to see that as we go through this video, through this webinar, you'll start to see how it came about, exactly how we started to do things. So in 2016, he was out in Dubai, and I had the privilege of actually going out to Dubai as well. This is where we put this strategy together. Even though Matt was out there doing this stuff, but doing it manually, kind of from, learning this from the ground up. But the unique thing is with this strategy is that this isn't just a product. This is something that we actually use. And not a lot of people can say that in their business. They use this and we use this every day to get the results we get today. So as it says there, he quickly proved by word of mouth and was headhunted by some of the biggest companies to basically set leads. So gone are the days of doing sort of cold calling and telesales. And a lot of people are still stuck in the ways doing that. Matt worked out a unique way that you could directly get in the pockets of decision makers, CEOs, big owners of companies, that you could start drumming that conversation up with them. And it was all based around LinkedIn. So you can see some of the results here as well. And I just want to say, as I go through this webinar, I'm not one for all hypey kind of bullshit. This is straight up. This is stuff that we use day in, day out. You can see my connections. This is actually off my profile as well. I don't manually touch this stuff anytime at all. This is all automated. This is all, it has a human touch. It has elements of software. There's a lot of different ways that we put this together, but we get leads back every day. And you can see by these results here. Thanks, Andy. Let me know what you can do for my setup. Nice to meet you. Your industries are currently producing leads in. So all these replies that we get, or I get to my inbox, are booked in by my PA, ready for phone calls. So the best way we conduct our business is getting on the phone. Now, that might not be your strength. You might not want to get on the phone to close business, which is totally fine. You do what you're good at. You focus on what you're good at. And if that's generating leads or closing business or just running the service, then you just need to concentrate on that. And you can you can outsource a lot of this to whether do the sales front for you, but you can generate that tap of leads coming in, then the rest is pretty easy to put together. So you can see some of the results here. And what you got to realize as well is with LinkedIn is growing your connections and growing that sort of network around you. Basically is a connections and network that you can just work, you can build your pipeline, you talk about business. And you've got to realize with LinkedIn is that people are on LinkedIn to do business. Okay. So they're there, they want to be, they're very willing to pick up the phone, very willing to reply to you because that's why they're there, ready to do business and talk to you. Matt, I'm going to hand it over to you and we're going to dive in, guys. And what we're going to do is Matt's going to show you, we're going to strip it all back and just show you step by step what we do each day on LinkedIn. Are you okay with that, Matt? Are you there, Matt? You might have to unmute. Or I can unmute you. Matt, are you there? There's a couple of Matts actually here, so I just want to make sure. Okay. Matt's just pinged me actually on my messenger here, just saying he's lost the feed. Everyone else hear me? Just give me a 1 in the chat if you can. You can hear me still, and we're all good. Right, cool. Okay. Matt, have you dropped connection? Guys, just while we're waiting for Matt to join us, I don't want to obviously take too much of your time today. We want to make sure we deliver exactly what we said we're going to deliver and the value and how you do this stuff. But if anyone's using LinkedIn, am I saying I've lost you? Really? Okay. Oh dear. Okay, guys. Well, what we'll do is just while we're waiting for Matt to sort his internet out or whatever's going on, do you just want to let us know in the chat if you are using LinkedIn for B2B? And we're going to get into how you use it in a bit. Not enough. Okay, Bob. Yeah, not enough. Fair comment. Well, you should be. Bob, it's powerful stuff. Matt, are you with us? just wait for him.
Can you hear me?
Matt, hello.
Hello, sorry about that. I don't know what went on.
You're all right, mate.
Where are we up to? Sorry
So,
about that. I lost
yeah.
you in the last 20 seconds. So.
No, you're all right. So we basically just got to the point, Matt, where we're going to share your screen. Obviously, we're going to go over, and guys, what we're going to go over is how Matt started this originally from doing it by hand. And if I'm right in saying, Matt, you were doing 16-hour days, hustling, busting this to get where we've got today.
Yeah. So obviously, I was out in Dubai, as you know. I was working for a large financial brokerage over there. Now I don't know whether a lot of you know, but a lot of the business conducted out in Dubai, and especially for that sort of industry, it was all done on the phone, and that's the way they were teaching it. It was very much, 80s style boiler room stuff, and it was get on the phone and get leads in. Now, I'm not from that sort of ilk, and I didn't want to do it. It was, it was tough for me to. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's the most unnatural thing to pick up the phone to somebody who you've never spoke to, or you've not even got permission to ring and start pitching products.
Yeah.
So I was never comfortable with it. So I sort of partnered up with a guy out there. His name was Andy, funnily enough, as well. But we came up with a bit of a strategy. And I soon figured out that my whole network was sat there in front of me. As I was sat on my desk, it was there, and it was on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So what I started doing was, if I can just share my screen.
Yeah, you should
be easier doing it that way.
Okay, guys, can everyone see the screen? I just want to make sure before we get cracking.
It'll probably ask you to agree and proceed as the new GDPR compliance stuff comes up. It'll ask you and actually have permission to.
Guys, if you can see Matt's screen, can you just hit as a 1?
Are we all right? Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah, Bob, MacBook, you can see it. You can see Matt's screen. Perfect.
Excellent. So I'm actually on Andy's profile now. Like Andy told you earlier, he doesn't actually touch his profile. He gets me and the team to do that for him, which he's quite privileged to do. But
yes,
it's all about building the pipeline. So we have my own profile and Andy's profile actually using this strategy on day out, day in, day out basis. But yeah, so I was out in Dubai. I was doing this on a daily grind. I knew my network was in front of me. I knew that I had to do something different than everybody else. I didn't want to get on the phone and call them, cold call, horrible industry. It's not me. It's nasty. So I started doing a bit of research, saw who my target market was, and it was obviously expats out in Dubai, people who either needed life insurance or savings plans, educational savings plans, things like that. Now, I'm not in that industry anymore. I don't know whether people have been in that industry. Some people are doing really well at it. There's a lot of people out there doing it. It's very saturated. People are getting fed up with the whole industry. But I found a unique way, a little bit different. I'm not saying I'm not saying that I invented it, but it was certainly something that not a lot of people were doing out there. So it was a case of searching my target market, and it was business owners or solicitors or architects, these sort of people with large incomes. As you may be aware, the UAE pay very high incomes. If you're a solicitor, a lawyer, a architect, a business owner, you can earn some serious money. So the whole industry is made up around honing in on these people, honing in on wealth management and being able to actually take some of their wealth and make it your own. It's quite a fickle business, but that was the business I was in, and I wanted to find a unique way of driving leads into my inbox. So it was a case of looking for, solicitor, let's say, for instance, and all it was is simply just click on solicitor, click on people. Now, as you know, LinkedIn's actually changed its interface over the past year or so, but it's the same process. We still use the same process today than we did 2 years ago when I was out there. And I'm using solicitor, for instance. You can use whatever, if it's business development manager, finance director, business owner, whatever it is you're going after, LinkedIn have a name for it. Now, you might have to think outside the box for it, but they have a name for it. And you can pretty much use the filters to hone in and find your niche. So solicitor, let's say, for instance, UK, apply. Now, within Andy's network, he's got 110,000 people who fit that. So if I was selling a product for solicitors, or I wanted to connect to solicitors, let's say I was a funding solutions person, professional, funding solutions for solicitors, I could now connect with every solicitor on Andy's profile, which is 110,000 people in the UK, and connect with them over a time. What I was doing manually was this. I don't know, send it. Bless you, whoever that is.
Do you want to mute
So
your
I
mic?
could go out and send. Who's that? Don't know.
So I'll sort it, Matt. You carry on, mate.
Sorry, mate. I'll just close yours down. I'm going to open mine as well. Let me just get mine up as well, just to show it on mine. I've not been on yours for a while.
Are we opening your account here, yeah?
Yeah, we're on mine, yeah.
I'm actually learning a bit there myself as well, Matt, because you're obviously running my account as well, and I just see my inbox going crazy each day that I'm picking up phone calls in my pipeline and everything else. So to see, I don't ever open my account, to be honest.
Do you not?
Not that often.
It's all me and Yvette. Okay. And the guys. So yeah, let's go back to it. Let's just show you manually, just for an example, and then we'll go in. What's going on here? Okay, so again, I was doing this, working down a list every single time. And then what that does is give you a list. People will come back to you. People will accept your, your invitation to connect. If you send out 50, 100, 200 a day, which I was doing out there, I was sat there day in, day out, researching my target market, going after those people, and then sending out connection invitations. I was then coming in the next day and realizing that my list of connections was growing. So you see this number of 14,000. Obviously, that was a lot lower back then. It was around about 1,000 people, and then you could monitor how many more you had each day. So if it was 1,000 and you had 1,100 the next day, you knew 100 people had connected with you. That's where you could then send a message to those 100 people who have connected with you from the previous day. You could then go out and send a message. So that message would be basically an introduction message. Now, it wasn't a sales message. That's the important thing. You can't go in and start selling them straight away. One, it's not really nice to get pitched as soon as you connect with someone. And two, really, it's not, it's a networking platform. It's all about growing value and growing a trust. So all we recommend and all I did was go in and message. So again, you type a message to Dean, he's the latest connection, and you work down the list accordingly. And I did this every single day. I'd actually work from the list upwards. So I'd scroll down 100 down, count 100 down, click on whoever it may be, and send a message. And all the message would be, hi, Dean. Nice to meet you. Thanks for connecting. What is it you do? This is a little bit of introduction about me. And that's really it. You'd always leave a message on a question on the end of that message, just because you wanted a reply. Now, the art of that is that the next day you would be walking into, if you sent 50 messages out that day or 100 messages out that day, you would then be walking into, let's say, 10 or 20 replies to your message. They would always come back and answer that question. So, all right, you've spent, I mean, in those days, I was spending hours and hours and hours doing this method. And it was, trust me, it was draining, but rewarding at the same time because I was booking appointments. But I was walking in the next day knowing that I was going to get 10 or 20 positive replies to my message. So then I would answer that message and say, thanks for getting back to me. Now you're in conversation with these guys. You've got a bit of trust. You're in conversation. They are actually expecting another reply from you. So you can go in and say, thanks for getting back to me, Dean. This is a little bit more about what I do. And obviously you can answer any sort of question that they throw at you, because 9 times out of 10, if you throw a question at them, they're going to come back to you with a question as well. So it's about opening doors. It's about opening that dialogue. It's about, breaking down the barriers. Once you're into that nitty gritty of a conversation and you've explained who you are, what you do, you will be very surprised to see how many leads you can actually generate day in, day out, just by having conversations on LinkedIn. Now, that's what I did for, Andy, 16 hours a day. My hours were 16 hours a day. I was probably doing the LinkedIn stuff, between 6 and 12 hours a day. I was setting appointments. I was messaging. I was connecting. I was doing the whole process manually. And it was a ball ache. It was a nightmare. But I must have got 2 or 3. My niche was life insurance and critical illness. I didn't like the wealth management as such, as in selling investments and going and promising that you're going to earn a fortune out of coming with me. I tried to stay away from that. Ethically, it didn't sit right. So I went down the life insurance route, and me and my business partner, we generated 2 or 3 positive life insurance leads every single day just by doing this. He then booked them in. Well, I booked them in for him. He got on the phone, and either me or him went and sat with those clients, and we built. Well, I'm not one to go and shout off, but we made a lot of money. We made a lot of money. We built a hell of a pipeline, and we closed some very serious deals out of it.
Awesome stuff, mate.
That's what it's about.
Absolutely, that's brilliant. And am I right in saying as well, Matt, when you showed on your connections and also my connections, yours was like nearly 15,000 connections. That's a monster network. And of recent, as the headline states at the start of this webinar, we've built a pipeline over a 5-week period with a new product that we're bringing out.
Yeah.
And we're having those conversations, and I'm on the phone all day. We've got agents on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm right in saying as well, is that trust and that like and everything else that you're building with all these connections that you've built over this time, that them connections now, that 14,000, when you now post something on your wall, your
massive,
feed.
Mate, yeah, I know where you're going with this. So if now I've closed it down now, but if I go and I'll get it back up.
Yeah, if you can show the guys.
Absolutely. So if I post anything now on LinkedIn, let me just get it back.
Guys, if you're getting value from this, so just leave us a bit of a comment or something. If you can hear Matt, me, the see the screen, everything else. Just want to make sure you're getting all this. Anything, just a letter, anything in the chat roll. Cool.
We all right? Yeah. Okay. Let me share the screen again. Okay.
Yeah, if you could just leave your screen up, Matt. I've got a few ideas as well. Is here just to get value to the guys that are here that have come off our group, come off wherever you know me and Matt from, and our background. We do this stuff day in, day out. We're not kind of with the group's been around for 5 years plus, and it's all about lead generation for business. So if you know us or if you don't know us, make sure you get in that group, because this is what we do. We'll show you a lot of stuff.
Okay, slow tonight, my computer, to be honest. Now I'm on Zoom. But yeah, so the art of building a profile this big, and this is what the system does. Andy's going to go into more detail shortly about the system and the art of growing your profile. The profile is the biggest asset that I've got, to be honest. My LinkedIn profile. I mean, forget my Facebook. Facebook's for family and friends and banter with the lads and stuff like that. But my LinkedIn profile is where I conduct most of my day, to be honest. I conduct a hell of a lot of business on LinkedIn for various stuff that we do. I just want to show you, I mean, little bits and little clippets of what we do. Once I post something on LinkedIn now, I get 2,400 views on that one. That was just a general statement. All I was saying is that we've got another few Facebook clients on board for a Facebook strategy that we run. 1,400 views on this one for life insurance campaign that we're doing for a client of ours. Again, 1,300 there, nearly 5,000 on that one.
Awesome, mate. Brilliant.
146. I don't know what that one was. Oh, that was a share. Yeah. Shares don't usually get as much as individual posts. Again, 4,000 people actually looking at there, 9 likes, 3 comments. It's not, all right, it's not viral. I'm not saying it is. But this is just, every time I put something on LinkedIn now, I get eyeballs on it. And it's not the hundreds or the high hundreds. It's usually the low thousands, mid thousands. Even sometimes you can get, the high thousands, commenting and stuff like that.
But the difference is with this, Matt, is that as well is that these are, people that want to talk business as well. So, B2B, it's not like likes on Facebook that actually don't mean anything. These are people that are taking interest in what you've got to say. But then that generates the phone call, because your phone number's on LinkedIn. So they call you. We get calls through our sites all the time.
Yeah, we get inbound
stuff, which is so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've just made a note here. So just as an example, just based on what you've just said then, you started from the ground up. And we're going to get, guys, by the way, we're going to get into how you can fast track this stuff. You don't have to, grind it 16 hours a day, because we've come from 3 or 4 years ago. Well, Matt was out there 2 years ago, but you were doing this long before that as well. Yeah. Is how we've gone through the mill with this as well, because LinkedIn have done a lot of changes. You probably know over the past sort of maybe 12 months now, isn't it, Matt? But
yeah.
A lot of LinkedIn have changed the old platform to new platform, integrated a lot of things.
Okay, so what you taking it? So,
you just
I've been talking to quite. I've been talking to.
Hello. So can you just mute anyone that's on? You just mute your mic so everyone else can't. Matt, I think you're admin at the moment, so if you can just.
Oh, can I mute then?
Yeah. There you go. I think it's done. So basically, with a lot of the changes with LinkedIn is that, we've had to go through that with a lot of the stuff we're going to show you. We know how you can kind of automate all this sort of stuff. But just my notes here, Matt, I've put just an example for someone to use now. So anyone that's on this call now and you just want to go out and get results, because that's what we do. And you can go and do this stuff. If you want to get results, an example for someone, they could go out and just do what you just shown then, can't they? You can just do exactly that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They can go and do that manually if you want. It works, as long as you're connecting with your perceived target market. If you know where your target market is and you know what the keywords are to look for, then absolutely go and do it manually. You can do it, but believe me, it'll do your head in. It'll drive you nuts.
Yeah, that's great.
You can do it, but absolutely you can do it. I've done it.
Yeah, great. Matt, do you want to just click on your name on the chat and just, you have to make me back admin. I have to make you admin actually to show the screen. I think there's an easier way to do that actually, but
what am I doing?
If you can just click on.
You're the techie. Right.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Done.
More.
No, I'm done, mate. I'm here.
No, I need to make you host, don't I?
No, all done.
All right, there we go. All right, absolutely great.
Brilliant, guys. So you can still hear me? Can you still see the screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen? Yes, cool. Nice one, Rob. So what we want to do after that, I hope you got value from that, Matt. Thanks very much for going over. As you can see,
Yeah, I'm going to mute myself.
That's kind of stuff that you can just 101, just go and do now. And a few people said in this chat roll, actually, just let me see in the chat roll, anyone that's not using LinkedIn now, just if you put, yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Because you can just do this stuff. You could just get on your LinkedIn, optimize your profile. LinkedIn is right. Okay. So with LinkedIn, you can go and do that. But what we want you to do first is just go over to this domain at the bottom, see linkamonster.com. We have on there a little pop-up will pop up. Click on that. You'll be able to download this ultimate cheat sheet. Now, basically, this ultimate cheat sheet, I think this is great as well. Matt, I think you passed this over as well. On this ultimate cheat sheet, you can optimize your profile, make sure that, in LinkedIn, you've got the right header, you've got the right image. It'll take you an hour and it's well worth doing. And also with LinkedIn, what I've noticed in SEO terms is your profile will start to rank for certain things as well. And anything that you put out will also rank as well. So it's very important you get the right profile before you start going to connect with people and you're starting to, message them. If they come and view your profile, you don't want to be, no headshot on there, or, your title is all, just not relevant. So you want to be totally relevant. And I think as well, just something else to touch on what I've learned about LinkedIn is if you go out and connect with someone as well, is that they see what you're about. So say you're in the construction industry and you go out and can connect with, construction owners and, maybe you're selling building materials, that kind of thing. But in your profile, you were suiting that niche and you just went out and connected, like Matt showed before, tens of thousands of people in the construction industry, and you were trying to sell, construction supplies. Then if you were, your name and underneath was, head of the sales for construction supplies or plant hire or whatever it may be, it's just got to resonate as well. So like Matt said, he did life insurance, that kind of stuff. So he was connecting with the right people and they would connect to do business because it was, it always resonated with them. Okay. So yeah, just hop over to that, linkamonster.com. I'll pop a link in this after it anyway, just so you can grab that cheat sheet. And again, this is sort of stuff that you can just do. Get the cheat sheet, go out and do what Matt just said, try it for a few days and you're good to go. But we know how important time is to a lot of you. And, you can't dedicate that 8, maybe 12 hours a day. Maybe it's not because that's your strength, but it's not because, you just don't want to do it. It's hard work. So the point is, what does it cost to automate? What would it cost you to automate all this, outsource it, build it, get the knowledge, get the team? Well, to be honest, it'll cost you nothing because, like I said, you can just do this all on your own. Get the cheat sheet, go out and connect with people. What we found is when I'm speaking to people, I've just got these few little slides here to kind of keep me on track as well. It's just, there's so much to cover, but we just want to make sure that you can go and do something from this webinar. I want you to come back in a few days and go, that was great. We got some results. We did it all by hand and it's great. You might have a VA that would do this, but to be honest, it's all about the knowledge on how to do it. And it's all about the copy and the message and that resonating message. And that takes years and years of experience, which Matt has got to get to that level, to know how to do this sort of stuff. But if you want insane results, we can automate this stuff. And like I said before, that's where we've come over this period of time. And this isn't something that's been around since yesterday. We've done this for years and we've gone through the pain with LinkedIn changes. So you would pay, and this is something I say to business owners every day when I'm on the phone. Imagine, I don't know if you're a business owner and you're on this call tonight, if you was to employ a business development manager, you would pay them at least $2,000 a month, at least minimum $2,000 a month, company car, insurances, holiday pay, pension, whatever it may be, to do this stuff for you. So say you were good at going out, closing the business. That's what you did best. You don't want to sit there 8 hours a day because it'll just kill your productivity as well. You want to close the business, don't you? So you want this just to feed you leads. That's what it does for me. I don't open my profile And every single day, if I showed you my Calendly, I've not got it prepared, but my Calendly is absolutely chock-a-block with calls. And these are people that I'm doing business with every single day. So like Matt and our team are building this in the background and just feeding me what I'm good at. And that's, you know, getting on the phone with these people, doing the techie stuff, and that's what I do, and I know how to do it. So I play to my strengths, and it's so important, and it's key. And I think a lot of people will kind of try and do everything, and it might be a cost, it might be down to money, might be down to cost. But if you want to scale and you want to run a business efficiently, just get other people to do the heavy lifting and leverage that. So what does it cost to automate it? I'm going to get straight to it. It's $397 a month. We charge $997 a month for this service. We've got clients all over the globe that run this service. But if you're in the Facebook group, if you're not in the Facebook group, you want to get in the Facebook group because we offer loads of stuff in there. But we're offering this at a discount value, just only for a limited time, only for a couple. And I'm not saying that's kind of some hypey bullshit either. It's just we want to make sure that you can take this and everything Matt showed you then, times that by 10, probably more. Well, you can see based off my profile, that is just running in the background. And I'm sat there. So for pounds, it's £300 a month. I couldn't even pay somebody a week to sit in an office and do this stuff. And I get that for the whole month, feeding me business every day. One deal, not even one deal, half a deal just pays that for me. It's just so weird. I'd pay $997 if it was, you know, not my service, not my business. So we charge $397 a month. Also, what I'm going to offer you as well, just because a few other people have I don't know if you've seen a video I did the other day, a live stream about how we drive a shed ton of leads on Facebook as well. It's all based around lead generation. It's all based around lead generation marketing, how we drive calls to business owners. So what I want to chuck in as well, I don't know if Matt had ever told you this actually, sorry about that, but just to give value to you guys in the group.
Oh, what are you doing?
Sorry, man. So I'm just going to show you some results. I'm going to show you what it is.
What are you doing?
What I'm doing. Yeah.
What are you doing?
So
we need to talk about this stuff.
Yeah. Web Leads Company. So that is us, me and Matt, Web Leads Company. What an awesome domain as well. So if I don't say so myself, but you can see here, this is hours and hours. If you don't like the sound of my voice in this webinar, then unfortunately don't buy this because it's me who coaches this stuff. So, I know, but I do get to the point, trust me. So every step of this coaching here, we take you through the whole way we drive. I mean, a lot. We spend a lot of money on Facebook, and we've had to go through hurdles with that, with the GDPR and everything else that's going on. This is months and months, and it's years and years of knowledge. And again, this is my background. This is exactly what I do. I drive paid traffic, and all these you can see, click on just a random one here. There's a video, exactly how we do things. We go from advanced to retargeting, and it's done in such a unique way that this will just spit you leads again to a CRM that you can pick up a phone and close business. There's no landing pages. There's no rabbit holes. There's no bullshit. There's no go see my website, go and watch this, upsell, downsell, all that crap. No, the retention rate is not there. Nobody wants to listen to it. We drive leads, and that's what it's about. So you can go to any business owner. If you went through this training, guaranteed, you could go through this training, set this up within 48 hours and have more leads coming through Facebook. We charge, I don't even know what we charge for this, Matt. We charge...
Mate, you could grow your own agency. I mean, we've briefed on it, haven't we, with the Facebook stuff? You know, we're doing it every day, and it's great, and we're doing well at it. But
sure,
if you got on that course, we're selling it. But if you got on that course, you could actually grow your own agency just doing what we do, and it's all there. That's exactly how we do it. Andy's there spieling the spiel. He's talking the talk on every video. You probably will get cured of his voice by the end of it.
Cheers, mate.
Because I do. But there's also the copy underneath and the step-by-step. It's a blueprint, basically. It's a blueprint how to grow leads within your domain. It's a stop. It's a turnkey. I hate using those cliches, but it is pretty much a stop-start tap to leads, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the thing is with this is this is what we do every day. All we've done here is this is an extra revenue, you know, and I'm being totally transparent and upfront here with everybody, is that this is another revenue stream for us, because we do this stuff. This isn't like, you know, oh, we've got this idea, let's bang a product together. We've no idea if it works and we'll sell it. We're not about that. If you bought this today, great. If you didn't, we're not that bothered. And I know that sounds, you know, when we do that is because we do this, but we like to put it down in a coaching area. For one, because it shows our team. So when our team want to learn more stuff, instead of me, again, it's about leverage. And it's so key that it's about leverage, because if I get on every call with I mean, we've grown a big team, you know, we've got over 10 staff now. If we was to get on a call every time to train, oh, this new update or that new update, and I had to do these videos, then it just zap my time, and that's not what I want to do. So I dump it all in here, you know, great members area, dump it all in there. I can show the team. Plus, we charge for it for you guys, is because obviously there's a lot of time involved in here. There's a lot of knowledge, and this shit just works. It just flat out works. So anyway, don't want to procrastinate and go on about that. Well, you will get that. You'll get full access, and we charge. I think we've just reduced it now as just an offer till the end of the month. This is $295 alone, just to buy the £295. So it's like $400 just for this full training course. This alone is worth it. So if you come on board for $397 a month with the LinkedIn model, you'll get full access to this training. You'll get access to all the support. You can just reach out to us. But also, I don't know, a lot of you guys know me from many years back. This is a lot of students I coach all over the world.
Giving that away for free.
Yeah, they can have this as well, because this just, again, just works, and it's something we still do today in our business. We do a lot of it, and I absolutely love this stuff. I know we don't. I wish I could do a lot more than when I first started out. I was hustling, ranking tens of thousands of videos just on tracking phone numbers, sending it to plumbers and all sorts. I'm not sending it to dentists. Everyone seems to do dentists. I don't know why. It's crazy, but send it to plumbers, skip guides, whatever it may be. This will show you exactly.
You can't speak to the dentist, can you? So
no, never, unless you're on LinkedIn. You can speak direct to the dentist. So that's a good point. You know, you can go straight through to the horse's mouth. You don't have to, you know, go through the gatekeeper. So these guys, I don't even know why guys still trying to get deals off dentists. If you are on this call and you're getting deals with dentists, then please tell me how, because I just wouldn't even bother. But anyway, back to it. So video monster. So it's the whole monster theme. We've got Linker Monster, Video Monster. In here, you'll see, well, some results here. I've got over 500 students, all that. It all sounds like hyper bullshit, this. And I'm not really, like I say, it's not to hype it up, because it just works. This is all fluff on the front, but in the back, I'll show you from A to Z exactly ranked videos on Will for local terms. But again, this isn't, don't build a sole business. And I learned this back in, 2 years ago when YouTube decided to do a big update, and it just slammed thousands of my videos. And I was like, wow, you can't build a business on one platform. You have to be dynamic. You have to get these different lines in the water, which I keep saying. And you get those lines in the water, you start to produce results. So again, I'll chuck that in. You'll get access to me. You'll get access to Matt. We've got a good copywriter. We've got a good team. You can plug in the team if you need some assistance and some help, but it's going to cost you to play. And it's $397 a month. So if you're interested in that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in this chat roll. You can see when you click through as well, it says $397. We are taking this off on Sunday. And I don't, like I say, it's not some hype stuff. It's just that we want to service whoever comes on. We want to make sure we get on a call. We'll do a bit of coaching together. We'll chat. We'll see where you're currently at in your business, what you've got, and then we'll start to, to plug you into the right parts of what you need to concentrate on first.
Yeah, because you get access to us. The support's key. Yeah. And somebody's mentioned it earlier. Do we get advice on the pitch messages and do you get access to copy and things like that? Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Absolutely, you do. You've got us. If you get in, you've got us. You've got the team. You've got me. You've got Andy. We'll be there. But it's a big team as well. It's a very skillful team that's been with us now for how long? 2 years.
Yeah,
very longer, trained and
longer.
Some of them have been with you for probably the best part of 4 or 5 years, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they know the shit. They know the stuff. They've invested in us. You know, they've invested in me and Andy. So they've gone through the grind with us and now come out the other end. Yeah, that's the main thing, really. You're gonna get a lot more. You get the support. You get it all, really. We're giving it. I didn't know this, but we're giving it all away tonight.
Guys, I've left the link in the chat roll there. Cheers, Matt, for that. Yeah, we've left the link in the chat roll. But I do want to take some questions because, you know, we'll stay on here as long as we need to. And, you know, if you've got any questions about anything, let's go over it. Let's hit it now. You've got us here. Where are you at in business? What have you got? What do you need? You know, let's tell us. We'll get some results. Hang on, I need to go back through these. Just give me 2 seconds. But just sorry, Matt, go on.
Plumerian, had a bit of a bants with him earlier. Great timing after people I know are wondering whether they're allowed to send prospecting emails to even a warm prospect tomorrow. Yeah, 25th of May, a key point in any lead generation diary really is GDPR. I'm not going to pretend that we're experts in GDPR. We've got professionals around us that help us out with things like that. We've got all our policies and procedures in place. If you're unaware or unsure of your own GDPR policies, procedures, and what to do, I would go and seek advice. Now, there's loads of people that are pretending to be, you know, professionals and things like that, but there's loads out there that will offer you advice for free. You don't need to pay for this advice. Trust me, you don't. We haven't done, have we, Andy? You know, we've not really paid for.
I tell you what, a lot of people are making a shed ton of cash from saying that they can offer advice, but really it's just some cut and paste crap that they're just throwing out there and saying, pay me. But
absolutely, Tyrell. YouTube's a great place to start. Go on YouTube, GDPR, and put your niche at the end of it. You know, GDPR plumber, GDPR lead generation specialist. Go and do that. Learn a bit yourself and see what you can and can't do. There's going to be loads of grey areas over probably the next 12 to 18 months. And I mean, don't quote me on this, but I don't think the small man's going to get done. They're going to make an example. They're going to make an example out of a lot of these insurance companies, a lot of these claims management companies, and a lot of these companies that are cold calling from data that isn't GDPR compliant.
Sure.
So I wouldn't go panicking. That's my best advice. We've not panicked. No. We've updated our policies, we've updated our procedures, but we've not panicked. And I don't think you need to panic. I think you just need to go on YouTube stuff, because YouTube's great. But yeah, if you're then unsure, go and speak to, you know, go and get somebody for an hour. Go and pay for an hour's time, maybe, which might cost you £100, might cost you £20, or $20 or $100, whatever it is. But yeah, don't go and pay people 2, 3, 4, 10 grand, because I don't think it's worth it. I think you're gonna overhype and over panic yourself. Yeah, go on, Andy.
Okay, so Matt, hi, it's Colin. You already have some software or not? Some software and whatnot. I'm trying to dial my process in. Do you offer the white label solution? Well, Colin, what all I'd say there is I don't know what software you're using, and I hope it's getting the results for you. But it's maybe something we didn't touch on in this webinar, and it's just something I just want to quickly go over, is that this isn't just software. I know we've not showed you the tools, we've not showed you exactly how we do the process, because it's quite involved, and I don't think showing the tools is going to do you any favors. We've shown you the core of it, but we automate a lot of this. But it's not just software and tools; it's a human touch. This is an agent, and I'm not just talking like, you know, someone sat there just connecting and doing this heavy lifting. There's a process that we use with the tools and software and the human element to get these results. So I know you're saying you use software, I'm not sure, and I hope that's getting you great results. But what I would say, if you were looking to white label this as because you're an agency and white label this solution, you need to be using this yourself. I don't know anyone could go and, you know, sell this or preach this to anybody if you don't use it. And I know, and again, you know, I'm not saying that to come and buy my shit. It's just, I think you need to understand the process to be able to then be able to sell it. If you want to PM me, mate, and we can have a chat, that's fine. they've announced Plumber. They've announced that they will be targeting the big companies first. Yeah, well, no doubt they're probably going to, with the whole Facebook scandal, they're probably going to try and make an example of the big companies. So, like Matt said before, there's nothing.
Absolutely, I've had quite a few meetings over the last couple of weeks now with sort of heads of associations and things like that, and they are adamant that they're going to get targeted. You know, some of their members, some of their key members are going to get targeted, and not because they're doing things wrong. They're just going to get targeted.
Yeah,
you know, unfairly. The ICO and the FCA or whatever regulation bodies is sort of looking after them, they're going to get targeted and they're going to get looked at like a hawk. They're just going to get targeted. Unfortunately for them, they've put themselves in that domain. We haven't done. You know, we're not big enough to gravitate that attention. You know, I don't know whether you guys are or not. Maybe you are. Maybe you do need to invest 10 grand in GDPR compliant stuff. But what I'm saying is, if you are a sole trader or a small to medium sized business, I think you just don't overthink it.
No, it's really simple stuff. Just don't do any weird stuff or dodgy stuff, and you'll be fine. Just keep it clean. You don't need to go and buy data. You don't need to spam loads of lists and just whatever. You don't need to do it unless
it's your list. If it's your list and you're on the list,
you're good. Just send them an email saying, "Hey, look, you're on my list. I really value you being on my list. Are you cool with being on my list? If you don't want to be on my list, then get off my list.
Tell me, and I'll take you off
and click here, and that's it. Done. GDPR. You're happy. Job done. So, Plumber, again, can you speak a bit more about how you build an agency offering this service? What's your pitch? I'm blinking about right now. And can you open my eyes?
Blinking about right now.
Can we open your eyes? So,
my eyes.
Yeah. How about an agency offering this service? Well, so basically how we built an agency was that we have a unique way. I mean, look at the background here. Matt was out there doing this stuff. This is his platform. So people's platforms are Facebook, people's platforms are Twitter, whatever it may be. This is Matt's platform. So he learned
2 years ago, Andy didn't have a
I didn't use LinkedIn.
He didn't have a LinkedIn profile. Look at his profile now. He's got 13,000 people on there.
Exactly. I didn't use it. It wasn't my space. It's not what I did. Now it is because it's brilliant. So opening your eyes to it. The point is if you can go and show somebody how to get leads. Okay. So if you was to take this service, right, and went and run, I can show you how to get more business on LinkedIn if you are a construction owner. Okay, well, that construction owner wants more business. You're going to show them how that construction owner can then go and connect with relevant services. So you're offering them a service. You're showing them how to do stuff. So say you're in the fire alarm industry. You could.
The main thing about this is it's B2B. It's B2B. LinkedIn's B2B, isn't it, Andy? If you're in, if your main target market is a business owner,
sure,
then LinkedIn's for you. Or if you've got clients who their main target is a business owner, then you can grow an agency. You can go and do this for them through us if you want. You
can become their business development arm for that agency. So you just that's what we did. That's what we did. We seen business owners that wanted to connect with other business owners. We just plug them in. We just say, look, we know you need to grow your connections, grow your network, and get conversations and leads going on
every single day.
Single day. And this is what we do. Hey, connect with us. We'll plug you in, and we'll get you more business. Job done. They're happy. We're happy, and that's pretty much it. So I don't know, Plumber. I'm taking it. I don't know. You're a plumber, but if whatever your niche is, just plug in to know what you know best, and this is a real key point. Do what you do best. Leverage everything else. Don't spend time. You can go and do that manually, like Matt just did, but don't spend time on stuff that you've got to spend the whole year working out. Just get someone else to do that, and then you go and do what you do best. Hope that helps.
GDPR monster, Tyrell. You can take care of that if you want. Not, not for me. Thank you.
Guys, we're going to be wrapping it up in a couple of minutes' time. So if you've got any more questions, feel free. We're here. We just wanted to pad it out for an hour. Make sure. I just hope you got value from it and it's something you can take and go and do. That's the main thing. It's kind of cool doing these webinars as well. We don't really do them that often, probably because we're damn busy in our business doing what we do best. But, you know,
I quite like it. This is my first real one.
So. You've done well, mate. But this is about giving back, you know. And if we might do another.
We might do another.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Nice job. Thanks, mate.
Shut Sarah. Okay, hold on. So this is same service, correct? Yeah. No, you're getting it all.
You get it a lot.
MacBook Air, you're getting it all. Andy's been very generous that he didn't talk to me about before we got on this. But if you're not in a group, get in a group. You know, Andy's going to drop all the links. Get in a group. We'll accept you in. If you want to buy the stuff and you want to get true value, then get in a group. It's $397 per month. And you're in. Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you joined the group today. Awesome. You know what? I'd be totally straight up. We've got a couple of minutes left here. I hate Facebook, and I only like it for. I think it's a load of crap, and I only like it for the ads manager because it makes us a lot of money
because we've got business on it. Yeah.
We've got business on it, and I like this group. And honestly, the only two things why I have a Facebook account, Matt will tell you. If you can go if you're friends with me, go to my timeline. I think the last post I did was 2 years ago. True. So I just don't do it. It doesn't bother me. If I want to talk to my friends, I'll go see them. But I love this group and ads manager. So yes, if you're in the group, great. Let's connect. Let's chat because we'll
it's true. Going. Yeah, no, it's true. He's not talking shit. Yeah.
It's time. So. I hope you MacBook. I hope you that answers your question. Yeah, it gets everything. We've got all this stuff all down. Brain dump. This is 10 years of my brain dumped and Matt's brain dumped in a place that you can just do this stuff. And again, we do this stuff every day. It's not just some bullshit products. Yeah, okay. So if you're happy with that, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. Matt, are you happy anymore? Anyone else?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think everybody's sort of answered, aren't they? So yeah.
Cool, guys. If you want to connect with me and Matt, Facebook, pop something in the group. We're both active in there. You've probably seen. Happy to answer questions, whatever it may be. Hit us up. Well, take care for now. Again, thanks for being here and taking the time out. We know your time is precious, and enjoy your evening or day, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Take care for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And I have to learn how to end the meeting. Okay, there we go.